Alright, so I figured if I already did throw my prediction on Sage Mode Naruto DLC that is coming in late August, and also Sage Mode Kabuto that will arrive God knows when, why not just finish the book and make a video for Rampage Kid Obito? So yeah, before any of you ask me what am I doing predicting the third DLC in this game and how do I know this, no, I'm not affiliated with Bandai and I don't work for them, but yeah, I keep my options open. But yeah, all jokes aside, the Season Pass 10 for Shinobi Striker was leaked before it even dropped. And as far as it goes, the first two leaked characters were Sage Mode Jiraiya and Sage Mode Naruto. And guess what? That's who Bandai confirmed up until now. So we can make it up that the last two DLCs in this season are Sage Mode Kabuto and Rampage Kid Obito as leaked. I already made a video on Sage Mode Kabuto if you are interested, but in this one we are directing and shifting all of our attention to Rampage Kid Obito, who is the only character in this season who doesn't resemble Sage Mode in any way, which still feels pretty weird to me. I don't think they would like change the DLCs if they already started working on them, but anyway, I'm still gonna make this video. I will refer to this DLC as Kid Obito for the rest of the video, since it's shorter, and yeah, let's start off by predicting his class, what his role will be in the game. Sage Mode Jiraiya was released as a defense, and Sage Mode Naruto, I predicted he will be a range type. Since we got a Naruto themed weapon that is set to release in the next couple of months in this game, it would make sense for him to be a range type. I also said that I think Sage Mode Kabuto will be a healer. Based on the fact they released Sage Mode Jiraiya on the same class his first DLC was, I don't see why they couldn't do the same to Kabuto. And that just leaves one more class, the attack class. And I personally see Kid Obito just perfect for this role. I mean, we are talking about a kid who saw his best friend kill his love interest, where after that he started showing little hands and legs with like dozens of missed ninjas. His way of fighting in that time period just seems very straightforward, very, you know, close quarters, straight to the point, and the attack class seems like the perfect fit. Either way, it doesn't really matter now what class a DLC is, because lately we have been getting DLCs that me and some people would say are not supposed to be that way. Let's take for example Kimimaro. Both of his jutsus are long-range jutsus that travel a lot of, distance, and Sage Mode Jiraiya doesn't even have one jutsu that protects him even though he's a defense class. Both of his jutsus are literally long-range projectiles. So you get the idea. In terms of Kid Obito's reward list, let's just start with his jutsus. So, well, his moveset I'm pretty sure would be around his wood style and his Kamui abilities. More the wood style and less the Kamui. So let's just start with the wood style first. There has to be something that involves this Kekkei because it was his whole thing in this arc. So I thought maybe a jutsu where he could spike wood from the ground beneath your locked target. You won't have to be like close to them or something like that, but it would only work if the target is standing on solid ground. Or maybe they could make something else and add a different visual variant to this jutsu if used when the enemy is in the air. Maybe like, make wood spike from the target or something like that. I don't know, bro. The creativity is like big, but still, it's hard to predict this one. This jutsu could apply either slowing or defense nerf, or hell, even both, so that just gives you an opening to go close to them and attack them straight forward. I tried looking into some moveset videos about Rampage Obito and Storm connections, but honestly, his moveset there is all about straight up beating the target with bare hands. And I mean, his jutsu is just rushing forward and just kind of like shoulder the enemy with force. I really don't think they would add that in the game. It's just too plain and simple. But his combo moveset is very interesting because it involves a lot of wood attacks, so they could just take something from their Mecha Jutsu in Shinobi Striker. His second jutsu, I don't really have a clue what could it be. They could just make his whole moveset around wood style, which I personally wouldn't mind, but as a Kamui ability, like I said earlier, I was thinking that we already have two Kamui jutsus in the game, right? And I know it's kind of crazy to say this, but we all know how both Kamui Climax and Kamui Bond go out when you start attacking. So what if there was a Kamui ability without this cancellation? You basically phase through attacks, but you can attack? I mean, it sounds way too crazy, and to be fair, we do need a Kamui Jutsu on the attack class, well, besides the Kamui secret technique, And what would scream attack class if not a Kamui ability that lets you fight without canceling the jutsu? Of course, this would have like a long cooldown and stuff, you know, everything good comes with a good price, but still, I do believe that would just break the game, and it will be fun to see how people change their meta based on this jutsu. Now that we got the jutsus out of the way, well, more or less, because I told you, bro, it is hard to predict a character so far into the future, but even though Kid Obito doesn't really like give me a lot of options, his only abilities were like wood style and, well, a little bit of Kamui. But regardless, I could really see a new ninjutsu being added in his DLC reward list, kind of like we got in Storm, where he throws a wood projectile similar to size to a kunai, and it maybe nerfs their defense. I don't know, they could just be creative at this. I mean, Kid Obito could really be a new way of adding a ninjutsu, since I really see him doing that. For the rest of them, I don't know if that is possible. I mean, what ninjutsu could Sage Mode Naruto or Sage Mode Karuto bring into this game, while Kid Obito can make us throw wood spikes, and it would be just a great addition. Moving on to his secret technique, the most important part and the most interesting in my opinion, and I gotta say, I hope this will be the most eye-pleasing and attractive ult visually we get in this season pass. Because we know the shot, with Obito and the wood branches going right up, showing the mood in a red color, resembling all the blood shed in that battle. I mean, bro, honestly, I would see this ult being an awakening type, a transformation maybe, and then the additional input would be the giant wood tree knocking out the enemy, and his transformation could just be him unclipping the Zetsu mask, activating his Sharingan maybe, and having his stats enhanced while regaining his HP. Maybe add some special jutsu slots like we have on Barrier mode, and you know, the 8 gates formation, and make him throw wood jutsus left and right, then in the end proceeding to do the additional input, finishing up his target. I really feel like that would be like a great ult for the ATK class. Now, do I think he will be added alongside with a new DLC weapon? Well, hell yeah, I hope at least, because if there is a character that has the potential to add a weapon, it's basically this DLC. His fighting style would be just satisfying to use, being able to fight alongside wood jutsus, and I know we got a glimpse of that idea with the Hashirama SS Plus weapon, but I truly believe this has the chance to be 10 times better even if it's not an SS Plus weapon. There is not really much to say about Kid Obito, and I really hope they make him good and not disappoint us, because to give you my personal opinion, Sage Mode Kabuto and Rampage Kid Obito are the DLCs that I'm most excited for. I like Jiraiya, of course, but when I heard Sage Mode Jiraiya was released and Sage Mode Naruto was gonna be the next DLC, I was like, damn, bro, you know, I had mixed feelings. These two specifically, Kabuto and Obito, have a lot of potential to be S-tier DLCs. Regarding what happens after this season pass, when this is all over, are we getting another one? Are we continuing the DLC roster? And to be honest, I don't really know, bro. I mean, y'all know my theory. I said it multiple times already. I really believe after this season, it's over. Season 10 might end around late February or maybe early March. So that is a new year for Shinobi Striker. Either they are putting the pen down, they're just gonna like stop releasing DLCs and any updates at all, or like I kept saying, they will release an announcement for a sequel right in time for the Naruto anniversary, or they could just make us wait until August 2027 for the Shinobi Striker anniversary. Either way, bro, if they let the pen down and not, you know, give us updates or like DLCs, this game is gonna die for real. For those who are saying this game is dead, wait until they stop giving us updates. They will just, it will like be like 10 players tops on this game. This game really needs a sequel so bad, and when I look on the other side and see what hype Xenoverse 3 brings up, I honestly hope we get to see that hype around Shinobi Striker back again someday. But I'm not here to talk about the future of Shinobi Striker. Either way, y'all, these were my predictions. Feel free to leave yours in the comments below. I would love to see what y'all can cook on Kid Obito, and without wasting time, I'ma see y'all next time. Take care. I got you.